Yeah. So, good morning to all of you. And today we are going to start with the topic of death. So, today, for the first time, before I start the topic of death, we will take 5 minutes, simply 5 minutes, not more than that. When the word death comes into your mind, what is the first feeling? What is the first emotion it is being attached with? Please raise your hand to give me the answer. Lata is saying suffering. You can even raise your hand and we can unmute you. So yes, Deepika, what is it? Nikesh, Karishma is saying moksha. Dharmesh is saying fear. Archana is saying loss, calmness.
It's God for me.
What is it?
God. Bhagwan.
Death is God. So are you saying that when you see somebody dying, you see God in it?
No, when I think of death, I always wish and I say, okay, God, please come and
No,
attack me.
I'm not asking that question. I'm not asking. That is a desire everybody has, that when I die, I be one with the God. But when you see somebody dying, when you see yourself going through that situation, my desires can be very different than what my body will reach, what I will feel there. When you see people dying, is the first thing you say like, yeah, they are one with the God?
No. Then I feel it's, so if they are young, I feel it's God has taken very young when, or otherwise it's okay.
Okay. So loss of loved one, panic, guilt, grief, sorrow. Yes, Ji, and then I'll take Sarojji.
Yes.
What do you feel when? Okay.
When I see somebody dying or already dead, I feel the soul has gone back to its real home.
You feel that, but what is the first thing? What does your body react? Like, what is the first thing which you feel within yourself? I can have the logical understanding and I know, but what is the reality check is when what I feel at that point of time.
Very difficult to put it in words, but I used to be tongue-tied and all my energy would go away. I would just, if I'm standing, sit down there.
A shock.
Yes, a shock type.
Okay. And Neetaji, what do you say?
Sadness.
Huh?
Sadness.
Sadness. Okay. Suranjana?
Yes, when I see someone dying, that time I feel sad for them. But when I see myself going through the same situation, there is a fear of leaving the world and leaving the near and dear ones. That is the feeling.
Okay. Is there anyone else who want to say anything? Yes, Divya, what is it that you want to say?
I feel it's their choice, knowingly or unknowingly they have made. And secondly, that what I feel very strongly is that they are getting free. I don't know. From very childhood, whenever I used to hear someone has passed away or is going through like anytime can die, I used to feel, oh, good, they are getting free. I don't know.
Okay. Yes, Nikesh?
Yes, good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Am I audible? Hello.
Yeah, audible, but can you switch on the video as well?
Yes. Yes. Just a minute.
People are saying sadness, mukti for them. Okay.
Yes. Yes, according to me, the death is something that the soul acquires another body. It leaves the present body and acquires the another body. And the feeling which I get when the some person passes away, it's like I get low because I have some attachment with them with very long time. That's it.
Okay. Yes, Ushma, you had raised your hand.
Yes, I feel if the person is suffering a lot, then I feel no, it is good for that person.
Who decides whether they are suffering or not?
Like if a person is very much ill and
So physically, if they are unwell, that's what you are saying.
yeah,
But if physically they are not unwell, then what do you feel?
then naturally I feel shocked, like it is not the time to go.
Okay.
And
And
shock, obviously shocked that we no longer um, will see them or interaction nahi hoga karke.
okay. So currently we'll take only last four. Whoever is on my screen, I can see only four people. So Amrita Kaur, Varsha, Monali, Praveen, and Bina. This four I can see. Amrita, tell me.
Hanji, sorry. Yeah,
Yeah,
you can.
first feeling.
So, yes, like ma'am said that, in case someone is physically suffering, so he's in a better place. But then the first thing which comes to my mind is, I'm like we were talking yesterday only something happened. So, uncle. And then after death, it's just called a body. So, when they start,
Question is only one thing. What emotion comes to you? So that we
so,
can start the topic.
so that the person is so close to you, then also every person becomes body after they're gone. They just call body by the others. And
What do you feel? I don't want any logic. What do you feel?
no, I feel sad, and nowadays what we're hearing, so I feel very bad for the people who are left behind.
Sadness and feeling bad. Thank you, Amrita. Yes, Varsha?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah. Recently, I lost my father. So, a lot of anger, a lot of helplessness, end of the world for me. It was very sorrowsome feeling. And something we are helplessness, COVID took him away. So, a lot of anger towards it.
Okay. We'll cover that part also. I really request you to, like, this entire week to be regular. Today we have started question and answer. Tomorrow it will be directly. I will be talking. Please, like, be there. And yes, Monali.
Yeah, hello, ma'am.
Yeah.
Very first thing is sadness, because loss of somebody who's near and dear to you. I've also lost my dad in the month of Jan in a cardiac arrest. So that's the first immediate thing. On the second hand, uh, feel good for his soul. His one cycle of karma is over. He's probably in a better place.
Okay. Okay. Amit is saying it reminds me of my mortality and the need for transition. Deep sadness of not being able to see them again, Sangeeta Shetty. Yeah. So the last one, Akshay and Bina. Bina, tell me.
Yeah, I normally feel bad for the person who has died. I would say not most of the times, but around 70% of the times, I can see that the person is going to die. No matter the person is healthy or was unhealthy or whatsoever. I don't know what it is, how I can feel that. So I try to connect with that person where I know that I know in the sense where I feel that.
Because today's topic is we will work on that. How do you feel?
Yeah, I just really feel helpless, but I do pray for the rest soul to rest in peace.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, all of you. So the last is Nikaveri has written
Hello.
disbelief, yes?
Yeah, Akshaya here. So
Yeah,
I feel stoned. Something is stopped in me, and it's a very unfulfilling feeling for me.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I would request
Thanks. Yeah.
all of you to even write your emotions on the group, or like, if somebody is not part of the group and are directly joining the Zoom link, if that is possible, to click a picture and send it to me, because in the coming days I want to help you guys to release those emotional backlog, and just write it down like what you feel in that particular part. That would be really great. So death, if we look at it, everybody, like from the time we are born, if there is one thing, just one thing which is very, very certain, is always and always death. That everyone knows that if I am born here, my journey is here for a short time, and the journey will get over one day and the person will move on. Yet, each one of us, when we see a death of a near and dear ones, when we go and at that time, this is one aspect. At that point of time, we think about the spirituality. We think about that we are here for a short time. We think about that we require to pay more attention. Life is so uncertain, everything. And then within, I think, few hours, it is forgotten. And we get back to our routine, forgetting that, and we all are here for a small journey. Even to me, like when I started my journey into alternate healing, our body reacts very differently. My bodily emotions are very different when you see death of a person, because it is my emotions which are ruling me all the time. And they are not good or bad. They are simply what our emotions are. That makes us human. Our anger, our sadness, our joy, our disbelief. We are amused by certain things. We feel shocked. So there is an emotional curve that we all experience, and probably that emotional curve makes the journey very beautiful journey as well. Being able to enjoy something, being able to have joy during that journey, have happiness during that journey, including even sadness, grief. When somebody is unwell and you are sad about it, probably just shows that you are a human. You have empathy. You understand someone, and somebody understands me. My real journey started understanding death was when first time I regressed back in a past life. Till then, my body was still reacting the same way. The minute you think, and I am still a very emotional person. Like even right now, also by seeing somebody in pain, by seeing something, everything is there. I'm not claiming that I don't have fear of losing the loved ones. I don't have that. The tears start flowing through your eyes. That you want to reach out to people. There is an helplessness which it comes when you are not there to be able to help people out. But at the same time, I realize with time, my body has started reacting very differently than what at an emotional level my mental state or my emotional state reacts or my brain reacts is very different than what my body reacts. And probably because the first time when I regressed back into a past life, probably I experienced death by being in the physical self. When I experienced that death, before that, like obviously past life regression is something like a Google search. Whatever you type to the Google will open up that particular chapter or information will be given to you. Similar way, our subconscious mind has stored millions and trillions of memories. So if I want to identify a particular pattern that why this is happening to me, and if I press the button in my subconscious mind will take me back to only that particular memory. And if your question is something related with something which is not working in your life, why am I feeling sad? Why am I getting into that betrayal state? Why am I unhappy? Why I have this? Obviously, the root cause of it is not going to come with something which is very happy and pleasant. It was the same thing which happened to me when I regressed back into the life, asking some questions for which I was looking for the answers. And every time I felt, God, why me? Why this injustice done to me? I don't deserve it. I have done every possible thing. If I am so positive, if I am doing good karmas, why am I going through it? Obviously, opening up the files there, where I saw a lot of still more why me questions opening up. Probably my subconscious was not ready to see where probably I started the game of being unfair to people. But what I saw was people being unfair to me. And when you are in a past life, you are very much aware that you are sitting on a chair and you are talking. A part of my logical mind is fighting with me and telling me what are you saying and what are you talking. But I feel it so strongly. I felt it so strongly. I couldn't help myself of not saying that. And when I'm saying that, I'm like crying on the chair. I'm just saying, my body is saying, like, please go away. Like, stop hitting me. Stop abusing me. And like, I'm like, God, please do something about me. And while doing that as well, suddenly I saw my death. And in a fraction of a second, it was such a beautiful feeling that the joy, happiness, my every cell, every body part could experience, which I had never ever experienced in my lifetime. And there's such a beautiful light. And I just couldn't understand that suddenly what happened and what changed. And that presence of the higher self, that feeling which is like what people say, which is beyond the words what you can explain. And being in that light, and it was not even a fraction of a second. Just a fraction of a second before I'm howling, I'm crying with complaining, helplessness, sadness, everything. And then fraction of a second, it didn't matter to me. And when my therapist is asking, I'm like, it doesn't matter what happened. It genuinely does not matter to me now. And the only thing, the huge opening in my consciousness was when we ask the higher self all the questions. Why am I attracting it? What happened? What were my last thoughts before death? And each and every answer, what is my purpose of life? Why am I here? And each answer started coming. Suddenly there was a lot of things opening up, a lot of answers coming. And from there, it never stopped. It is like, even if I close my eyes, there are times I've not even closed my eyes and a thought has come, and that zoop, those memories of the past life goes, and you realize. The minute my logical mind gets an answer, why, how, what, suddenly there is a state of peacefulness. But if I have to claim that there is some time, some moment of my life where I experienced joy, liberation to the highest level, probably every time it was when I regressed back in the past life and I experienced death. And this lots and lots of past life which I personally saw, which I have taken my clients and they have seen, or while teaching past life regression where they have seen, or in this last few years journey of theta healing, where people have gone through and we have changed the transformation, made me understand that death, as our Rishi Muni used to say, that मृत्यु एक महोत्सव है कि जिसे हम बोलते हैं ना हिंदी में महा उत्सव. A death is a celebration. And there is nothing like death. The realization that it is always and always life after life, life after life. Is it with the same people? Most of the time, it is with the same people. Are they the same patterns? If you have not learned from the present, they are the same patterns you are living. Thousands of years, same pattern, same thing. What is the most important part of the death? The last thoughts, the last 5 minutes, the last 10 minutes, what you are thinking, how you are thinking is the most important part of the death. It plays a huge role in deciding what is the next journey you are planning for yourself. Again, how does the family react? Because the soul does not necessarily immediately connects to the light. Many times it is still remaining for a few hours or few days. There is a window in which they are. The window remains open for them for the transition. So how is the family reacting impacts the soul's journey also a lot. All the guilt, helplessness, sadness, grief, sorrow. Is that what I want to carry forward with me? Or I can choose something different. And we all can choose something different. The reason we have taken this topic is because as a therapist in my journey, I have realized and I have come across many clients who were in the ICU, who were unwell and were not ready to make the transition. And at a soul level went on asking only one question. What happens to me once I leave this body? I do not know. There was a lot of fear attached to it. Not that our soul does not know it. Our soul knows it. But probably that is how God has programmed us. Imagine like if I know from the time I am born that I'm going to die at this particular day, at this particular time, this way. Probably our human tendency is to constantly focus on death and stop living life altogether. We all, when we are born, we know about it. We have chosen that window. We have chosen that time frame. We have chosen the task we want to do it. But to allow ourselves to enjoy that path, to enjoy that journey, somewhere as we grow up, that we have a sort of a memory relapse so that it allows us to enjoy. It allows us to enjoy every day as if we are full of life. So, in the current pandemic time where each one of us are seeing people dying, around us, many of them probably at a mass level, if it is destined, but many are not destined. Remember, our soul always and always have a trump card in their hand to choose. And what you realize is that it is the fear, it is the emotional backlog, grief, the sorrow. Like how many people on the group also said, it is good. Finally, the person will liberate from here. Even if you think that death is liberation, I want each one of you to understand that what you choose to experience during that time is important. Death for soul is a way of initiation because it is simply like if my child goes to school, how much ever the child loves the teacher and the students, the child knows that they require to leave them after a year and go to the other standard for their growth because whatever they had to learn in that particular standard, they have learned it. They give their exams, they pass, they move forward. When they get their results, we are very happy about it. We are happy that next year they are going to another higher level standard. We are never sad about it. When our children leave the school, obviously they are attached to the school, they are attached to the teachers, they are attached to the students. Everybody will go in some different colleges. But at the same time, we are happy about it, that they are going and they are growing. Many times children go abroad. Again, we are happy about it. My child is growing. They get into work for their job or the business if they travel. How much ever we are attached, but in our hearts of heart, we are happy that they are growing. So the soul, whatever they come down on the earth to learn, once the learning gets over, it is a belief at a soul level. We all have started believing that probably many souls think that death is the only way, suffering is the only way, sacrificing is the only way my soul can grow, which is not true. You do not require to suffer or sacrifice. It is the human consciousness, not the cosmic consciousness. You do not need to die. You have a choice. At the same time, yes, imagine a life, for example, if for everyone who is very sad, in grief, in disbelief, I want you to ask yourself this one question. Whomsoever your loved ones or your own self, if today you ask God that this person should never ever die, they should live for millions of years. I want each one of you to imagine if you are going to live for millions of years. And I want you to see how does your life feel like. Are you happy about it? If you are going to live, Raj is saying he's very excited. Raj, if you are going to live for millions of years, same form, doing same thing, like बोलते हैं ना वो अमर का वरदान आपको दिया जाएगा, and your family may choose to move on But you remain, and then generations, आपके 100, 200, 500, thousands of generations. Will you be happy? Yes, your body will decay. That's how your body is programmed. So we all feel majority is like it is miserable, it is burdened, not happy. We all want to grow, but there is such a duality within us. I want something, but I don't want something, and that happens because of the attachment of the people with which we are associated with. And then if it is my attachment which is giving me sadness, when I know that I can still be with these people, probably in a very happy dynamics, what would that be? So today, like, because the time is short, it's almost 9:33. We will continue with this entire thing. Definitely, I'll guide you through the meditation, and I will see if possibly if I see the whole entire group is ready, maybe I'll help you with the trauma release as well. I'm not promising that. I will just see if only I get the guidance if the entire group is ready. But for to begin with this whole beautiful journey today, first let us start clearing the clutter which is stored at our subconscious mind and being able to understand death from Creator's perspective. Will you be able to hold to cover how to heal depression to prevent suicide? So not in this particular topic, because this topic itself is very, very vast, and probably one of the topic, the depression, will definitely cover, because the current COVID, lot of people are getting depressed. So we'll definitely take that, but take that as a completely separate topic. Yes, thank you, Romika. So do I have the permission to connect to Creator, and are we ready to clear the clutter, known, unknown, thoughts, beliefs, sadness, grief, sorrow, and the height of it? We are telling ourselves that death is the only way, which is liberation, which is not. So let's start clearing, picking up each part of it. Probably not everything today, but like every day, clear a little bit of it and see it from a very different perspective. Yes, so Sangeeta has written that she lost her husband 7 years back, not being able to come out of the trauma. We will see what we can arrange for the trauma release, because the trauma gets stored in our organs and in our body. And that's why we start operating from that trauma. That's what I started, that initially my body used to say something different and my soul used to say something different. Now I may at an emotional level still cry, but my soul says completely different and I feel very different. So I want each one of you to feel different. So let us start with this whole journey. So would you all like to know the nature of soul being eternal, understanding eternity through Creator's definition and perspective of the seventh plane of creator of all that is? I know how to live my daily life being aligned with the element of soul of being eternal, and that it is safe as possible. I'm deserving. to be at peace with myself, to allow myself to shift my own consciousness and to move beyond the paradigm of suffering and sacrificing, to move beyond the paradigm of being suppressed, repressed, depressed, and to allow my soul to connect to the consciousness that I am at a soul level, the divine that is residing within me. And I choose to operate in my daily life with this divine consciousness now. I know how to do that easily, effortlessly, and gracefully without me attracting any painful situations, to learn it and that it is possible for me to live my daily life being at peace, operating with the divine consciousness that I am into every cell of my body, every area of my life, at all the four level of my beliefs, for my highest and best in the highest and best possible way. Thank you, it is done, it is done, it is done. Creator, show me. Please say yes to receive these feelings. Would you like to know what it feels like to understand the concept of life after life and to experience and understand oneness with the Creator without knowingly or unknowingly attracting death as a tool to experience oneness, and that it is safe, it is possible for you to operate in your daily life, being the co-creator, to know that you are one with the God and the God is within you. And you allow God to be in charge of your life, the divine to be in charge of your life, and you allow the divine to speak through you, to act through you, to take decisions through you, and to be in charge of your life. You know how to do that. It is safe, it is possible, and you are deserving for it into every cell of your body, every area of your life, at all the four level of your beliefs, for your highest and best in the highest and best possible way. Thank you. It is done. It is done. It is done. Creator, show me. Please say yes to receive these feelings. Would you like to know what it feels like to understand the difference between death doors, initiations, and physical death through Creator's definition and perspective of the seventh plane of Creator of all that is? Would you like to know what it feels like to choose life over death, understanding life through Creator's definition and perspective of the seventh plane or creator of all that is. You know what it feels like to live life to the fullest and that it is safe. It is possible. You are deserving of living your life to the fullest. You know how to live your life to the fullest. And your higher self knows how to live life to the fullest. Your angel guides knows how to live life to the fullest. And to believe in the life force, to connect to the life force, to connect to the breath of life, to connect to the divine prana, and to choose to live every moment with joy, without the fear of uncertainty and death, and to see the transition from uncertainty to certainty and from certainty to uncertainty as change. Would you like to know what it feels like to attract, embrace change through Creator's definition and perspective of the seventh plane of Creator of all the others without being in the denial of the change, without being stagnant, without being stuck with the change that happens all the time, being able to take it, the learnings of life, being able to take it, the learnings with change, and to integrate that into your present. Would you like to know what it feels like to live your present to the fullest and stop worrying about the future and to stop holding on to the baggage of the past and to be able to live every moment in present to your best capacity and that it is possible into every cell of your body, every area of your life, at all the four level of your beliefs, for your highest and best in the highest and best possible way for you. Thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done. Creator, show me. Please say yes to receive all these feelings. And I want you to just imagine this beautiful light as it falls onto you. You're used to it now. Every day you're experiencing it. And you're requesting or commanding, Creator of all that as it is commanded, to connect me to peacefulness and to balance. And visualizing as if it comes in a physical form to you. The balance and the peacefulness, which is intangible, becoming tangible. Whatever is the form that, as if you see that it's coming into your hands. You may see that in the form of light. You may see that in the form of a flower. You may see that in some other form. Whatever is the form that comes to you is the right form for you. I want each one of you getting the Creator's definition and perspective of peacefulness and balance. And as if there are two things, two gifts coming in your hands, you're taking it, whatever that is, and you're putting your hands on your chest and integrating it into you. For example, if I see in my one hand there is like a ball of light, and in one there's a beautiful lotus. It's like as if the minute I put my hands on my chest, they are integrating into me and every cell, every fiber, every tissue, every molecule, allowing it to vibrate with peace and balance now. Take 3 deep breaths in to feel that peacefulness and balance. Feeling good. And with lots of gratitude to the divine and lots of gratitude to your own self to know that no matter what, now your body is choosing in different situations of your life, different things that's happening around you. Your body is, your mind is, your soul is choosing to react differently now, being at peace, being at balanced, and no matter what, now everything that happens in your life, you are handling it very, very differently, reacting very differently, and your decisions and your actions are very different. And every action is aligned with, guided with the divine interpretation of that situation and the divine wisdom and divine understanding of it. Feeling really good about it, feeling really good about yourself with lots of gratitude, love, and light. I want each one of you to open your eyes with the thought process, I celebrate life and I live life to the fullest. Say that 3 times. I celebrate life and I live life to the fullest. I celebrate life and I live life to the fullest. And with that wonderful energy, I want each one to open their eyes and come back to the room. Thank you so much. And we'll continue with our journey. There are many aspects attached to it. We will still bring many more clarity. Please share many more people to join this week for sure, because it would shift how we are reacting and what we are creating both. And we want more light right now, like much more light, to let go of the darkness in our mind, to let go of the fear in our mind. So I request each one of you to be the part of this journey. Please today, everybody, call up, message 10 more people and tell them to join. Do your bit of it. We are doing our bit of it. We will see all of you tomorrow, sharp at 9 o'clock. Please join little bit before time, because tomorrow I will start directly with the topic. So not to miss out. So see you all tomorrow. Have a fabulous life and to know that I live my life to the fullest is your mantra for you. And you are going to say that again and again. Yes? So thank you so much. I'm Sangeeta Shah. I'm the founder of Cesta Healing Studio with the team of Cesta Healing Studio and joining hands. Thank you so much to all of you, to all the viewers. See you all tomorrow, 9 a.m. Thank you.